I'm very well, thank you. Yes. What have you been doing?
How about your throat?
It seems to be a bit better today, actually. Yeah, I tried different remedies and yeah, so far so good. We'll see by the end of it anyway, see what happens.
Okay.
I did go for a walk today around the park, and it's a big park, by the way. So we'll see. It's still deepish, but not as bad as what it was, yeah.
Have you tried milk with honey and butter?
Yes, I have. And then
It is
a Turkish lady said to me that I should try milk with garlic.
Oh, yes, that's right. In Poland, they said that garlic is some kind of antibiotic, natural antibiotic.
Yeah, I believe so. I'll have some more later.
However, it smells not very well. Not in every. My doctor said that for the throat problems, the best is hot or warm drinks, like tea with raspberries.
With
juice.
or with?
With.
You know what whiff means? It's like a smell. You get a whiff of something.
Oh.
You say, oh, you got half whiff. Oof, dear me. So you have to stop saying whiff and you have to say with.
Okay.
What do you have to say?
With. Right?
Well, we'll get there. Just a little bit of practice. The best way to learn a language is to repeat, repeat, and to repeat, or so they say. Yeah.
Okay.
Use it or lose it. So tell me, what have you been doing since we last spoke?
So I think we.
You think?
Think.
Okay, you think. Yes.
I think that we spoke yesterday. So.
Are you hungry?
Oh,
Are you hungry?
yesterday?
Are you hungry?
No.
Why are you eating
No.
your pen?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's quite all right.
That's my thick.
No pen eating will be tolerated. If I have finished my work.
I will need to come back and finish some stuff. Okay. And yesterday I have spent all the evening with my lovely daughter.
So that was finished event. Was it finished time? Finished action? Yeah?
Yes.
So why did you say I have? Yesterday, yes, that's quite a while ago, isn't it? So that's a past simple. So therefore, what should you have said?
So I spent whole evening.
The whole evening.
The whole evening with my lovely daughter.
With or with? With.
Oh. with my lovely daughter.
Okay.
On plane.
On a plane?
Yes.
Oh. Where did you fly to and from?
I don't understand.
Oh, I see what you mean. You didn't say on a plane. Well, you did, but that's not what you meant. You meant playing with.
Playing with my daughter. Okay. I should say playing with my daughter.
Yeah.
Right?
It sounded like you said on a plane with my daughter. I thought, that's strange. Where did she go? You see these tiny little things? This is what changes the whole meaning, the structure of the sentence. You've got to be careful. Now, people misinterpret what you say. Yeah. So I spent the whole evening yesterday evening, I spent the whole time playing with my daughter.
Okay. Okay. I try to remember that.
I will try to remember that. You're talking about the future. Yes?
Okay. Okay. This is Polish English. Yes, I know. I didn't. Didn't realize that I
Made.
made so many mistakes.
Very good. That's excellent. For that, I think I might give you some confetti, because that's marvellous. So there you are. Here it comes. Look at that. It's raining confetti now.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Anyway, I've forgotten what I was going to say now. Oh, yes. So what do you recall? What do you recollect? What do you remember, Marta, from the last lesson?
So, I remember that I should not use so many, I believe.
Yeah.
And I remember that in English, when word starts with, I don't remember the name.
I know you kept saying, I believe, I believe, I believe. That's what we used to say at football. We believe. Anyway, and I still believe, but I'm wasting my time, I know. Little Japanese bird.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Very beautiful. So, when word starts with letter A, E, O, I.
A-E-I-O-U. A vowel. Basically a vowel.
Vowel, yes. Thank you. We should say the rather than the.
Yes, that's right, yes. The apple, the orange, the idiot, that's me. The umbrella, A-E-I-O-U. But the university, because university has a consonant sound. Let me just put that on the board for you. Okay, yeah, it's marvellous, this. So, we had A, E, I, O, U. These are the 5 consonants, 5 vowels, the 5 vowels, you fool. Vowels. So these are the 5 vowels. That's a funny looking 5, but there you are, never mind. And we say the apple, the egg, the iron, the orange, the umbrella, but the cat, the dog, the mouse, whatever, because they begin with a consonant sound. So all the other letters of the alphabet are consonants. And we have the word university. It's University Challenge with Bamba Gascoigne. University. God bless his soul. University, like this. University. King's College, Cambridge. Now, here. This is it here. You see that?
Yes.
That is a consonant sound. Yeah. Sounds like yeah. Yeah. Yabba-dabba-doo, boo-boo. Okay, yogi. Like that. You see? It has a yeah sound.
Okay. What about the universe?
The universe has a consonant sound.
Okay.
The universe, the university.
Okay.
Yes. But if it's the name of something, we don't say the definite article. We say Universal Pictures. But we say the United Kingdom. The United States of America. The United Arab Emirates.
Okay.
Like that.
I will remember that.
I'll give you a test on it.
Okay.
Maybe I'll make you eat your words. Let's see. Let's just get rid of that and put that there. Yes, it's still a bit croaky. Never mind. Watch out. There's a virus about. Let's put that there. Now then, so what else do you remember from the last lesson?
We spoke my weaknesses, my strengths, and I believe there was a question about my biggest success and what I should tell interviewer in such cases.
What I should tell interviewer. Something.
Interviewer?
I don't know. Who, me or you? Which word does not have a vowel? Because every word in the English language has a vowel. Well, not every word. We always find exceptions. There is one which comes to mind. Do you know why? Do you know why?
No, I don't.
You don't know why? Are you sure that you don't know why?
Please remember the question. I'm confused right now.
I haven't forgotten the question. You said, please remember the question. That means I've forgotten it. I haven't forgotten it. I think what you meant to say was, please remind me of the question.
Okay, right.
Now I have forgotten the question. Which word does not have a vowel in it? Do you know why? You don't know why? You really don't know why? You sure you don't know why?
I probably don't understand you.
What's this? A, E, I, O, U. Look at all the English words. All the English words, they've got at least one vowel. Except for one that I can think of. And do you know why? You don't know why. Well,
it is easier to pronounce. It is easier to
but
say it.
But you don't know why though. That this word does not have a vowel. So you don't know why.
I don't know why.
You don't know why. Well, let me show you. It'll probably be easier if I show you. So here we have. Where's the vowel?
Ah, okay. I understand. there is, okay. However, you should know that in Poland, Y is a vowel. In Polish, Y is a vowel.
Dzień dobry, jak się masz? Dobrze. Proszę pan bardzo dobrze. Dziękuję. O, co to jest? O.
Okay.
Listen, this is not Polish. This is English.
Yes, I understand. My mistake was caused
By the
Y.
Polish vowel, yes.
Yes.
Being a consonant in Polish. Oh my goodness. But you didn't get it. You see, I kept saying, do you know why? But do you know why? But why? Do you know why? Why? Doesn't have a vowel. Do you know why? Doesn't have a vowel. Oh my goodness me. Oh, I can see it's going to be a long lesson, this one. I better take another swig of the water come vodka. Right. Now then, according to my calculation, you are on question number 8, because I wrote it down. We didn't finish. Right, so let's have a look at our wonderful interview question and answer book. So, are you ready for question number 8?
Yes, I am ready.
Are you a risk taker? Alternative and related questions. How do you feel about taking risks? Do you have a problem with taking risks? Now, the meaning behind the question, are you a risk taker, is a very direct question. When the interviewer is really looking for, what the interviewer is really looking for is to assess what your attitude is to taking risks. In some lines of work, someone who takes risks is definitely going to be a liability. However, in many lines of work, the ability to weigh up risks and to take calculated risks is an important skill, Marta. Now, your answer, excuse me, your answer will inevitably depend on what the job is that you are applying for. If it is one in which taking risks or cutting corners is likely to be frowned upon, then you're going to need to formulate your answer so as to make it clear that you are not someone who believes in risks. You may even want to emphasize that you see it as part of your job to identify potential risks and preempt them. If assessing risks and taking appropriate risks is going to be a feature of your new job, then your answer will be very different. You certainly want to avoid the impression of being in any way reckless. Your emphasis should be on the steps you take to identify and gauge risks. Only taking risks where you have calculated the potential outcomes and deemed that your actions are going to be worth the risk. You should also make some mention of your decision-making capabilities, because being prepared to take calculated risks is ultimately a form of decision-making. Here's an example for you. When they've asked this question, are you a risk taker? It depends on how you define risk. I am certainly not somebody to take or who takes unnecessary risks, nor risks that would in any way compromise anyone's personal safety. However, I fully appreciate that commercial success is dependent on taking risks, calculated risks. If, having given a matter careful consideration and weighed up the possible ramifications, I determine that a risk is in the best interests of the business. If, having given a matter careful consideration and weighed up the possible ramifications, I determine that a risk is in the best interests of the business worth taking, then I am not afraid to take it. You can't always be right, but careful planning and analysis should tip the odds in your favour and ensure that overall your decisions pay off. Experience is, of course, essential, and the experience I have gained over the course of my career is invaluable in informing my decisions. So that's what the candidate would have said as an example there. So don't forget, there's three questions. They all mean the same thing. How do you feel about taking risks? Do you have a problem with taking risks? And the main question, are you a risk taker, Marta?
Okay. So, it depends. It depends on how you describe the risk. I don't feel very comfortable with taking unnecessary risk.
Comfortable.
Comfortable.
I don't feel comfortable taking unnecessary risks.
Risks. Okay.
Yes.
It is countable.
One risk, two risks.
Okay. I try to remember that.
I will try to remember that. It's future.
I will try to remember that.
Very good. Yes.
However, in my career, there are so many situations that I have to.
Situation. Many, plural. Situation, singular. Oh, situations. Yes, with the S. Don't forget.
Hungry.
You're hungry?
Yes, I'm hungry and I eat the ends.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, you eat the ends of the words. Well, you are not alone in your hunger. I've taught many students that suffer from the same type of hunger. Yeah,
Yes,
it's
right.
called letter demolition.
Letter demolition. That's funny. Okay, so in my career, I have so so many situations that I have to handle with risk.
With. Oh, you mean with? Right.
With.
Yes. Without the whiff.
Okay. Handled so many risks that I'm capable of
capable of
what? Capable of
I'm capable of carrying out all the tasks presented to me by the company.
Beautiful. I capable of carry on all tasks.
Right, all tasks, yes.
The company gives to me.
Yes, gives to me. Don't forget the S. Stop eating your words.
Okay. Therefore, I am not afraid to take a risk in my professional life.
Well, it's very good. I'm pleased to hear it. Would you like to hear question number 9?
Yes, please.
Did you notice you didn't get any confetti that time? I've got a whole load of confetti there. Now, number 9. How do you handle pressure and stress? Alternative and related questions. So here they are. Can you tell me about a time when you were under significant pressure and how you handled that? Do you thrive under pressure? How do you cope with the numerous conflicting demands on your time? What causes you stress at work and why? So, let me just have a little drop of water. The meaning behind the question. The ability to cope with pressure and stress is essential in almost all walks of life, whether you're working checkout at the supermarket or heading up a major corporation. Pressure and stress are unavoidable aspects of the world we live in. The interviewer will be looking to identify that you recognize that pressure and stress are facts of life, that you understand the effect pressure and stress have on you, that you are sufficiently robust to be able to take them in your stride. So, your answer. Because of the variety of ways in which an interviewer can question you on this topic, it's important that you fully understand what the difference is between pressure and stress, because many people use the two terms interchangeably. Being under pressure is a matter of having significant demands made of you, being challenged to achieve something which is either difficult to achieve in and of itself or difficult to achieve within the time frame that has been set. Pressure, on the other hand, is largely a positive force and a motivating factor for many people. Stress, on the other hand, is not so positive. Stress occurs when the pressure you are under exceeds your ability to effectively meet the demands being made of you. Stress is essentially what an individual experiences when exposed to excessive pressure, and long-term stress can cause all sorts of problems. I am sure that everyone reading this book, and in case you're wondering, I do not receive any money for promoting this book, but this is the book which we're getting all of our information about interviews from. And I would recommend that if you're interested in going for a new job, this is the book to have a look at. We don't want any trouble. Now then. Yes, I am sure that everyone reading this book has at some stage in their lives experienced pressure and stress and knows exactly what they're like. The key to formulating your answer to this question is to seize this as an opportunity to talk about a situation or an occasion where you were under pressure and how you rose to the challenge. Try to avoid talking about an occasion when you were totally stressed out, but acknowledge that you understand stress and are able to deal with it appropriately. Avoid conveying the impression that the fact you were under pressure was in any way your own fault or due to your personal failings. Place the blame firmly on external factors outside your control. Different lines of work are subject to different levels of pressure and stress, and this will have a bearing on how you phrase your answer. Now, I have an example in the book for you, and this is what one of the candidates may or might say. Working for a small startup company the past few years has been quite a high-pressure experience on occasion. I've had to deal with numerous conflicting demands on my time and often very limited resources. With careful planning and organisation, you can normally reduce the pressure you're under, but there will always be factors at play which are outside your control. Personally, while it makes a nice break to have a few pressure-free days, I generally thrive under pressure. I use it to help channel my energies into accomplishing as much as possible. Naturally, there are sometimes occasions when the pressure I'm under is excessive, and this can be stressful. However, I'm sufficiently experienced to appreciate that there is only so much you can reasonably be expected to be capable of, and the solution is not to panic, but to remain focused on delivering your very best. So, let's go back to the question, the main question. Marta, how do you handle pressure and stress?
I have some problems. Paul, are you there?
Yes.
You have disappeared for a moment.
Yeah.
I stress too much when things are undone. I think it is.
Did you say things with an F? Do you mean things when things?
Things.
Yes.
Right? Thank you. So I stress too much when things are undone. I think that it is my weakness. However, I try to deal with it.
With it? With it? What's a with it? Sounds like a tool on a building site, doesn't it? Pass me that with it. Oh, I've got it with it. Oh, you mean with it?
Yes, right. With it.
No. With. So the tongue goes under the teeth only for like 1 second. It doesn't come right out, it just stays right the way in. You just go like this. With it.
Okay, right behind the teeth?
No,
or,
under.
Under.
With.
Between. Yes? Okay.
With
Okay.
it. With it.
With it.
No, you're going. We used to do that at school. Can you turn your tongue over? No, it's just a tiny fraction. With it.
With it.
Okay, just needs practice. Don't worry.
Okay, so I try to deal with it and make it my strong side. For example, in my current job, I have been assigned to be a project manager in a big project of creating the new application to collateral management, and I was terrified because of I had no background and knowledge in the field of project management. I knew that I have only two options: to give up or.
Okay, stop right there. You said, I knew that I have. So the past of know is new. So therefore we're in the past. The past simple we're using. So it should. Yes.
Okay.
I knew that I had.
Okay. I knew that I had only two options. The first one was to give up, and the second one to dive deep into this topic and succeeded. As I am can-do person, I choose.
Right, let's stop right there.
Okay.
Succeeded, no. Because you said, and succeed. You see, and succeed. The reason is because it's success, succeed. It's one of those exceptions. Yeah, I've just realised that myself now. Succeed. So you wouldn't say success. So if you want to repeat what you just said.
I've just said that I need to dive deep into the topic, to succeed it. Right.
In order to succeed.
Okay, in order to succeed.
Like that. That's much better, yeah.
Thank you. I am a kind of can-do person, so I choose the second option. And I was asked this role for about a year, and I have never received any compliance. So the big pressure that
I have never received a compliant. What do you mean? A compliant what? It's not compliant, it's complaint.
Complaint, okay.
Let's just put that on the board so we're sure about how to spell that. So it's complaint.
Complaint, okay.
To be compliant is to agree. So it has like the opposite. I thought, what's she talking about? Compliant. She means complaint. And I have never had a complaint. And we say a complaint because it's countable. So a means one. I've never had a complaint.
Okay, a complaint. Okay, so...
do you think that might sound a bit arrogant? That you might come across as a bit arrogant? Well, I've been doing this for years and I've never had a complaint. Really? Not to your face. I bet you behind your back, the old rumour mill's going like the clappers.
Maybe you're right. It is too strong and too, as you said, too...
well, yeah.
How did you call it?
To be compliant?
No. You said that I am... that my statement was very not rude.
No, but you may come across as being arrogant.
Arrogant, yes, right. I think it may be arrogant, right? So.
Oh, shall I write that on there for you? Arrogant. I've never had a complaint. Really. Some people would term that as being arrogant. I think, because you know what they're like. You said, well, they haven't. And I said, behind your back, probably they have. Because that's when the rumour mill goes behind your back. And people base things on false assumptions and perceived assumptions. But they'll never tell you to your face. But when you catch them saying something and you'll challenge them. You might challenge them and say, sorry, so you don't agree with that? And they will always be defensive. There's, oh, no, it's okay, it's fine. No, it's no problem. And you're like, yeah. Daggers at dawn. Let's put that there. So we've gone from not having any complaints to having daggers at dawn based on perceived assumptions rather than facts. Anyway, I've completely lost my thread now. Please continue. Yes, that was very interesting.
So, as far as I'm concerned, I am capable of handle stress.
I am capable of handle. Was that like door handle, is it? What do you mean? I'm capable of handle. And this handle is called stress. There it is.
You're right.
So what should you have said? You should have put it into the present continuous. I am capable of handling
Okay, handling, right.
stress.
Handling stress in my work.
Here's your final question of the day. Are you ready for this? Yes,
Yes,
Paul, I'm
I'm
ready.
ready.
Okay, that's good. Can you tell me about a time when you have failed to achieve a goal? Alternative and related questions. What's the biggest failure you've experienced in your career? Can you tell me about a time when you've failed to meet an important deadline? Now, the meaning behind these questions, or the question, as well as pinpointing a particular failure in your career, the interviewer will also be gauging your overall attitude to failure, how you deal with adversity. Everyone experiences some failures during the course of their careers, but not everyone bounces back and learns as much from the experience as perhaps they should. So, your answer. You might think this is a tough question because there's no way to answer it without admitting failure. But it's not really that tough. The secret is to avoid picking too major a failure, and whatever example you choose, to subtly blame the failure on factors outside your control. You should be very wary indeed of laying the blame at the doorstep of a former boss or colleague. This can backfire on you spectacularly. However, you can certainly dilute some of the blame by saying that you were working as part of a team at the time. It wasn't me, it was him and her. Me and her. We're a team. That's so funny. Now, I've got an example what the candidate may or might have said to this question. So let's have a look. In my last job, we were given the opportunity to pitch for a major contract at relatively short notice. I was part of a team that spent a couple of weeks working very hard on the tender, and it was clear that our company was undoubtedly the best choice for the contract. Unfortunately, the client had employed a rather inexperienced individual to review the tenders, and they fell for a competitor's sales pitch, which had a lot less substance, but a lot more spin. It was a major blow. I was naturally very disappointed at what seemed a very unfair decision, especially having put so much effort into the tender. But I wrote it down to experience and got on with successfully bidding for other contracts. The following year, the client, having been very dissatisfied with our competitor's performance, asked us to re-tender for the contract. This time we won it. We did, of course, learn some lessons from our previous failure. But most of all, we were fortunate that the individual responsible for reviewing the tenders this time was a lot more experienced. A word of warning. Don't be tempted to say you've never failed. The interviewer will not believe you. They'll say, oh, is that right? Is it? Okay. So, Here's the question, Marta. Can you tell me about a time when you have failed to achieve a goal?
Let me think about it. It is
Think?
very
Think?
tough question.
What's that? Think. Oh, think. It's not a tough question. It's an easy question.
Please tell me, only Polish people say think, or other nations also said that?
No. Normal, ordinary people in London say it as well. It's just that I want you to, get that received pronunciation, that standard British English. I mean, if you went to London and you spoke like that, you will have no problem whatsoever. And also the suburbs, in fact, throughout the entire country. But I just want you to get that little bit of perfection.
Thank you.
That's all right, no problem.
Okay. So let's go back to the question. It is a really tough question, I think.
Wait a sec. Your answer. You might think this is a tough question because there's no way to answer it without admitting failure. But it's not really that tough. Do you remember that? And it even tells you the secret. The secret is to avoid picking too major a failure. Don't forget you're working in a team. There's other factors at play here.
Okay, so maybe like that. Okay. I have been assigned to be a project manager, as I said before, in a big project, and this project. Just give me a second, please. When I started my current job, I have been assigned to be a project manager in.
Can I stop you right there? You started, you
Yes.
said, I was, then you said, I have been. Why did you stop using was? Because you did say when, you're talking about a time, when refers to time, so was is okay. You're talking about a past time. So what are you trying to express that cannot be expressed with was? I think it can be. I think you were okay to say that.
But I need to think about it for a moment.
Okay. Don't take too long.
So, when I have started my current job.
Oh. When? Time. I have. So you're talking about today, are you? Like, time, present perfect, because you've used have. When I have started, started. When I have started. That's interesting, isn't it? I think you might have been better to say when I started, because it's a finished time now. It's a finished action, so it's a past simple.
Okay.
When I started my present job, you could have been years ago, but it's when you started it in the past. Blah,
Okay.
blah, blah, blah.
So when I started my current job, I have been assigned. Is it okay? Or
No.
I should.
You started in the past. You continue with the
So-
past.
Okay, so I
Had.
had been assigned.
Oh my goodness.
No.
When I started my job, I don't know what you were going to say next. What were you going to say?
That's
Okay, say everything.
that I had been assigned to be a project manager in a big project that already been in progress.
Which had already been.
In progress.
Oh, which was already in progress.
Okay.
I'll
let's
tell you
see
what,
again.
it's clear you need a little bit of help with this on the board, I think, so we can see just exactly what we're saying here. And excuse me if I don't stand up, I'm very lazy today. So, what did you say? You said when? Yeah. I
Yes.
remember that. When I started, I remember that. Yeah, when I started. I mean, I don't know if you said started. I think you said when I was. I can't remember. What did you say?
When I started my current job, I had been assigned.
When I started my current job, comma,
Yes,
I
had been assigned.
had been assigned. Yes.
To be a project manager in
the infinitive to do, but you're putting it as a placement. It's not quite correct. When I started my current job, okay, past finish time, I had been assigned. Then what did you say?
to be project manager.
So you wouldn't say to be, because that's the infinitive to do. If you think about it, because the project manager, it's a job, a position that he's going to do. It's not quite exactly the infinitive to do, but it's kind of, it's on that kind of level. What we need to say is something a little bit different, which, I mean, it's clear what you're saying, but to some people it might not be as clear as what it might be. I had been assigned, you could say something about the position. I had been assigned the position of project manager.
Okay.
The position, the post. So when I started my current job, I had been assigned the position or post, let's just say post, the post of project manager. I'm just going to put PM.
Yes, right. Post of project manager in the project that was in progress.
Oh my goodness me. In the project that was in progress. When I started my current job, I had been assigned the position of project manager in what?
In project that was in progress.
You can't say in project. That's the first thing.
Okay. Project manager of project.
Now does this sound better? Yes, it does. So, I had been assigned the post of project manager on what?
The project that was already in progress.
Oh, yeah. You could say that. Yeah, you can say that. So it's quite clear what you mean now, that there was already a project in progress, but they brought you in.
Yes.
And you can't blame the previous manager because he didn't have the resources that he might have had to succeed, you see. But there again, we always say a bad workman always blames his tools. So perhaps it was the previous manager's fault after all. Interesting. Okay. Would you like to comment further on that?
So, to be fair, the problem is that the project, that project is not finished.
The project is not finished. How do you know?
Because I'm the project manager.
Okay, so the project is not finished, yes.
Yes, and there are too many open questions on that, and I am not possible to answer them.
Answer? Did you say answer?
Answer. I said answer.
We'll find out.
because of the because of it's
Because of, what about due to? Due
I
to,
don't know how.
due to unforeseen circumstances.
Okay, that's right. Due to unforeseen circumstances, I will remember that, and
That's a great one, isn't it? That's great, that one. Due to unforeseen circumstances, we are unable to attend to your problem today. Please call again on Monday. Beep. This is a recording. Yeah. Okay. So
I need to think about this question and be prepared for it.
yes, yes. But don't worry, be happy. So I have a question for you. What are your plans this evening? Do you have any plans?
Yes, I need to learn a bit and for the interview, and spend some time with my daughter.
With?
And oh,
Did you say with?
will.
Sounds like you're being strangled. With. Don't worry. It takes a bit of practice, that. Yeah. Most language learners, they have a problem with the TH in English. So don't worry about that. Yeah.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you for a moment, but you'll come back.
I can't hear you for a moment.
I couldn't.
Ah, the past of can is could, negative couldn't. I couldn't hear you for a moment.